Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Jay's Mowing YouTube channel. Just a few updates. We're currently headed to pick up my employee. This will be a second day. Today is going to be the day, the true test for him. He's pretty inexperienced, but I would rather have somebody inexperienced and teachable, inexperienced but coachable, I should say, than somebody with experience that is inconsistently showing up, doesn't really follow what you tell them to do, like wait for me to make a perimeter around the house. Then I want you to, your grass is going to be shooting in the left direction with this Echo Weed Eater, so you'll start on the end of the house that I come off of, and that way you're not shooting grass into the house and into the flower beds and stuff like that. I would rather have somebody, everything I say they follow to a T because they're coachable and they're not tainted by the experience for working for other lawn care companies, which begs the question, if you're experienced and you're good at what you do, why'd you leave the other lawn care customers is how I'm picturing it, you know what I mean? He's a little bit slower, but we're still making the same amount of time I made solo, and it's only going to get better as time goes on, you see. The other thing, my shirts come in. I've got 2 for me, 2 for him, and I'm going to put in an order for some more. These things are so breathable. Like, I'm glad John at Florida Turf Pros made that video talking about what shirts he buys and where he gets them and all that stuff, because these are like going to be game changer. Like, look how breathable that is. I mean, you can just move it. I made them a little bit lighter blue, just to kind of like the safety aspect of it. The dark blue, yes, you can see, but I wanted to go with a little bit lighter blue, a little bit lighter turquoise color as far as the blue goes for our shirts. We're going to try these out, see how they go, and see how good they are with breathability. Hopefully they don't get too dirty. The dark blue hides dirt and stuff and stains a little bit better than, you know, the orange I was wearing yesterday. And the reason why today's going to be a true test for him and whip him into shape is this, one of the yards on today's schedule has that creek, and it is the week that I have to do the creek for that customer. And it's a very long creek, and if you're not used to weed eating every day, it'll get you. Like the last help I had, it made him puke. You know, it got him so bad. So we'll see how he does with that. I'm going to tell him just go ahead and tackle that first while I mow. And then I would say by the time I get close to done mowing or am done mowing, he will more than likely be done with the creek or be close to done with the creek. And if he's gassed out, you know, I'll probably tell him, let me do the house. I'll go ahead and do the house, do the driveway. And then I'll do the rest of it while he takes a breather. I just know that it's going to get him because it got the last experienced help. They said they were experienced, and they were. You could tell, you know what I mean? You can tell somebody that has experience, somebody that doesn't. But man, it got him. So we're going to see what happens. The allergies are acting back up. It has started raining again. It rained all yesterday evening after we got finished up yesterday. And so the stuff is still blooming. Stuff is blooming again. It's not dry here. My allergies are acting up again. I'm sure you can hear it like that. It's just terrible, man. Kentucky is the #1 in the nation, people with allergy problems. There's so much blooming things here. There's so much trees and greenery and stuff around and people growing stuff. So, like, my face is full. I did not have time to grab an allergy pill. I think I may have some in here. I hope I do. I see it. I'm going to have to take one here in a minute. I appreciate everybody watching the videos. Before we get started with the remainder of today's mowing vlog, do hit that like button, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy this content, and be sure to hit the subscribe button because I think we just hit 940, so that means we're 60 subscribers away from me sending a set of Ballard blades to one of you guys. And it's not sponsored by Ballard or anything. I just want to give back and all that good stuff. This channel makes no money, okay? It's going to be coming out of my pocket and sent to one of you guys. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Once we hit that 1,000, we'll start a raffle off, I think the following week after, so you guys can get entered in to win that as a part of giving back to you guys. There's a couple requirements for that. You have to be subscribed. You have to, on the video that I make the giveaway on, you have to comment on that video and like that video. Not this video, it'll be the video that's coming, but you have to be a subscriber to win it. I released the video about how I'm getting it's like in between 3 to 4 leads a day right now, which is crazy, organically from my website. My web team, guys, if you're looking for a professional website, you need to get up with them, Chris over there, and I'll leave the link in the first comment. This guy does not play around. They have been in business since 2004, ranking websites to the top of search for service-based business industry in particular. They don't do anything else. That is like their main gin and juice. They are the best in the game as far as my research has been, people I've talked to, and I've actually gone on a call with them and Chris, the main owner of the company. I was able to get on a phone call with him, as you might be as well, kind of talking about how everything works. And this year they just made a CRM that'll be included with your website for free. It's a free CRM, and just in its very baby stages of being made, it is already way better and way more aesthetically pleasing, and the UI is much better than stuff like Jobber. I know a lot of guys use Jobber. I tried to go back to Jobber this year. I just can't. It's just, once you use a good CRM and you go to something like Jobber, you're like, man, people that have only used Jobber have no idea that Jobber is actually on the lower tier. It may be at the top of, like, say you got 3 tiers. You got low, middle, and high tier CRMs. Jobber might be at the top of the low tier, okay? There's so many features you don't have for the price that you pay. It is absolutely insane. What you're paying for is their marketing. You're paying for their influencer costs. You're paying for, the reason why their price is so high is you're paying for their Jobber Capital system, where they loan out people that use their software money. If you didn't know that, now you do. They have offered me $5,600 as a loan. They take 20% per transaction. That's what you're paying for with Jobber. You're not paying for features. You're not paying for the best CRM out there. You know, it's time to, somebody's got to say it. I've tried Jobber 5 years ago, didn't like it. It was $99 a month. I went to Jobber this year. I was like, it's been 5 years. Maybe they've changed some stuff. I went to Marquate 5 years ago, and Marquate is fantastic. One of the top CRMs out there. You can text blast, email blast. Jobber, you got to pay $75 a month just to be able to email blast. That does not include text. You can't text blast there. You got to use a different software. It's just booty cheeks, man. For an extra $10 on Marquate, I can text blast, email blast, send out postcards at a certain, I can drop a pin on a map and I upload my postcard design and it will ship out EDDM inside Marquate. And you're telling me that Jobber is better? Okay, now I've went over to this free CRM that's been included with my website, and oh my gosh, already guys, it's just been created, it's in its baby stages, and it's already better than most CRMs out there. It's going to be a game changer. I can't wait till it's matured and have a couple of years to get some feedback from people like me and people that use it on things that we would like to see, and they're already implementing. Like the month after you tell them you'd like to see something, boom, it's in there, if they have the capability to do that. So I just wanted to give them a little plug here. They are blowing up my business. Now we're going to be shifting focus to getting landscaping jobs now that the mowing season and growing season is starting to slow down. I need to get up with them today and tell them, let's shift focus a little bit for the remainder of this season, and let's get some mulch jobs, some landscaping jobs on the books. Let's get those leads up to from 4 to 8 leads a day, one-time income. And then toward the end of the summer and right into the fall season, we're going to shift focus and start getting leads for Christmas lights organically. And they're going to help me do that and work with me along the way. And then, of course, at the beginning of next year, we're going to shift back to the lawn care side and the mowing side and get more mowing jobs and mowing leads coming in so I can build route density and get that all cooking. All right, guys, let's get after it today. All right, y'all, hope you enjoyed the bit of content that I got with the chest mount. I didn't wear it for the rest of the yards. In the time lapse, you see my employee, he is getting after it with a weed eater, hitting that creek in the video. I tried to stop the mower and get a little bit of footage of him hammering at it, you know what I mean? So far, so good. He's hungry. He's like, when I need to show up next, I'm like, oh man, hey, be here next Monday. We'll be ready to go. Shows up on time every time so far. Now I'm headed back home. The day is done. And this is an interesting subject to bring into the video here about how low the bar is set to succeed in this world. And we had an interesting discussion. He's coming from detailing cars in Louisville, moving back here, and he's thinking about, you know, probably after about 2 years, maybe a little bit more, he wants to open up his own mobile detailing or his own auto detailing stuff here, service. And I said, man, it's popping here just like it is up there. They got a place here, a guy that does a la carte, and he also just has package deals. I showed him all that stuff. And he talked about detailing up there. He's like, he worked for a guy up there. He said, just the amount of people that would like just sit around and slouch around, they're just there to get a paycheck. The guy had to hire 3 guys to replace him because he knew how much of the workload that the other guys were about to be either quitting or they weren't going to be able to handle his amount of work that he was able to do by himself once he left. He said his boss said, he looked at him and said, you know who's going to miss you the most? And he pointed at all the other guys just sitting there, you know, just slouched over, like watching the clock go by, you know, not doing nothing. He's like, them, they're going to be like, holy crap. He could do like so many to their one vehicle or whatever and do them to perfection. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, that's the situation. I'm like, it is so easy to come out here and win at anything you do. You know what it is for lawn care? It's answer your phone. If you answer your phone, that puts you ahead of, I would say, 80% of other lawn care companies or lawn care guys out there in your area. Most of them will not answer their phone. Now, if you can't always answer your phone or you can't have your wife answer your phone, then you need to hire an answering service to take the call and take the lead for you. That's a way you can get around that. But the bar is set so low, guys, on the actual physical labor of it, literally just showing up every week, being reliable, do it while doing good work, and you're good, and you will grow and you will succeed in lawn care, pressure washing, all of it. Being consistent, showing up, answering your phone. That's the bar. That's all you got to be. That is the bar. It's not higher than that. It's not lower than that. It's like you put in 10% more effort than somebody else, you're going to beat them. That's pretty much where the bar is at. You put in 10% more effort. You take the time each week to post in Facebook groups. You take the time to dial in your marketing. You take the time to show up every week and do the work. You're going to win. I mean, it's that easy, that simple. It's not complicated. You know, most guys just want to show up to a job, clock in, and not do a dad burn thing. They want to sit there, and when the clock strikes, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the evening, they go to the time clock, punch, and they leave. Guys, I'll just tell you, the amount of leads I'm getting from my website is insane. And I can't tell you how good having a good website is, guys. I mean, I'm already getting quotes for mulch installations, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun learning curve. Oh, we're going to get it done. But guys, it's 2025. You need a good website. You want some one-time income. You want some, mulch installation calls calling you organically, wanting to buy your stuff because your website and landing pages are so good and your website's ranking. Click the link in my comment section. I'll pin it below. Get a hold of Chris. Have him build you a website that doesn't look like a 5th grader put it together, and it's actually going to sell jobs for you before you even call that customer that puts in their information. That's pretty much all I got. My face is full from allergies. I'm going to go home, and I gotta mow my own yard. I haven't been able to mow my own yard in 3 weeks. It's terrible. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to edit some YouTube videos, and I'm going to pass out. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and y'all have a good rest of your week.